Hello everyone. So given all the messages and emails I've been receiving recently, I thought it was about time I gave you a little update on where I am, what I've been doing. So here we are then. So if you're already a subscriber to my channel, you'll know it's been a while since I've posted any videos. And just to start off with, I'd like to thank everybody who sent me all those messages and emails inquiring about my health and am I okay, because I haven't posted for so long. It really is nice to think that so many people out there care about my welfare. So thank you all for that. It's wonderful. Hiya. And a big special thank you to Dave Green, who sent me a parcel in the mail. And Dave sent me some discs for playing disc golf. It's something I spoke about last month when I was doing my run of 30 daily vlogs. Said I'd like to give disc golf a go, so Dave, bless him, has sent me a whole set of discs, all the way from the US to the UK. So big thanks for that, Dave. I haven't had the opportunity yet to go out and have a game, but the wife has promised to come with me and give me a game of disc golf at some point, so I'm looking forward to that. And of course, when we get round to it, I'll take the cameras out and I'll show you all how I get on playing disc golf. Should be a laugh. So the first question on everybody's lips is where have I been? Well, sad to say, unfortunately, I haven't been anywhere exciting. Contrary to my prediction in my last antiviral vlog that I did way back when, the UK lockdown hasn't ended at all. Well, it's ending in dribs and drabs. Here and there they keep relaxing the odd little bit. But one of the key relaxations that I was looking for was to be able to stay away from home overnight. And that has literally only just happened in the last sort of week or so. So when I finished doing the antiviral vlogs, I guess that's about 5 or 6 weeks ago now, something like that, I had every intention of having at least 2, maybe 3 weeks off of YouTube and giving it a rest for a while. I'd pretty much burnt myself out over that month and all those vlogs that I did. So yeah, I planned on having a break. So having had that break for 2, maybe 3 weeks, as luck would have it, or bad luck, as it always is, things happen in my world of work, and that meant I was lumbered with lots more extra work to do, and that kind of took over from there. If you're a new subscriber to my channel, then you probably won't be aware, but unlike most YouTubers, I still have to work for a living. I'm not lucky enough to have YouTube paying all my bills. I wish it did. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But it doesn't, so I still have to work. I work full time, and as I say, that has to take priority, at least for the next couple of 3 years, and then I'm looking forward to a much deserved retirement. So whilst we're on the subject of lockdowns and the virus, I'm glad to let you all know that I'm still quite well. I haven't suffered at all, neither has anybody in my family. I hope it's the same for everybody else out there who's watching this. I also found out at the end of last month that I haven't had the virus either. I got myself involved in an antibody trial. We were trialling a new kit to find out whether people had the virus. So the trial that I was involved in was trialling out a new self-test, antibody test, very similar to a lady's pregnancy test, apart from you don't pee on it. You drop 2 little spots of blood in a little window on this frame and then wait to see whether a line appears, and that will tell you whether you have the antibodies for the virus or not. Well, that's the theory anyhow. That's why they were testing it, to find out whether it actually works or not and whether people could use it. So I was quite happy to help out with that and give them a couple of drops of my blood. In return, they did a full bloods check on me and also swabbed my nose and throat at the time. Very uncomfortable. There we go, it's confirmed that I haven't had the virus, so that's got to be worth something, hasn't it? So as the lockdown eases, things are gradually getting back to normal on my usual cycle routes. The big one's going to be in a couple of weeks' time when gyms reopen, and hopefully all these people that have suddenly decided to take up cycling are going to disappear back into their gyms and leave me with a little bit more peace and quiet on some of these cycle routes. That would be nice. I don't mind sharing, but things have remained pretty ridiculous over the last few weeks. The cycle routes around London are heaving with people. But as I say, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time the second-hand market for bikes is going to go through the roof as all these people disappear back into the gyms. That would be great. I think the only reason there's not very many people on this route today is because if you look at the clouds, I think it's threatening to rain any moment. I can feel a few spots. So it's only the silly billies like me that are out here this afternoon. I've got to ride when I get the chance. So I've still been out on the trike over the last few weeks, not as much as I would like, but I have been out and about. I even took the camera with me once or twice, trying out a new camera style with the 4K 360 Insta camera that I've got alongside the Canon G7X. Unfortunately that didn't work. I was hoping to get a 4K picture with the sound from the G7X, but it didn't work. It was too hard to try and sync the two back together during editing. Other things that have happened with the trike in recent weeks, I broke one of my Hafni mirrors. That was my own fault. I mean, the mirrors are designed to flex so that if you bang into a post or a branch or something as you're going past, the mirror turns inward. Well, silly me, I tightened the mirror up too much. And yeah, sure enough, as soon as I hit a post, the mirror snapped off. So one or two of you have been out there and you've bought Hafni mirrors after I show you them. Please take that as a warning. Don't tighten up the ball joint on them too tight, because eventually they will snap off. But never mind, it's all fixed again now. There we go. I had to buy another one off of Amazon. I think they're about £15 each. And you have to make sure that you get the left and right hand, depending on which one you've broken. So if you've watched anything from my channel before, you won't have to be eagle eyes to have noticed another change to the trike since you last saw me. And that's the two yellow tyres on the front, the Tannis tyres. For those of you who haven't seen them before, Tannis tyres are a solid rubber compound tyre, so you don't get punctures anymore. I'm going to be giving a proper rundown of those and how I'm feeling about them. I've had them on there now for probably a month. I've had the rear tyre on there now for a good 2 or 3 months. The front tyre's about a month. So yeah, about time I updated everybody on how I'm getting on with those. So that's to come. And I think the only other update that I have for you at the moment is I went out and splashed out and bought some new gloves, a new hat, and some new tops, some new cycling tops. Or should I say some new sports tops. They're not actually cycling tops. I think we've discussed that one before. I don't buy cycling tops because they all have the pocket at the back, and that's quite uncomfortable when you're sitting on a reclined seat. So I just buy generic wicking sports tops, and they're quite good enough. None of that new clothing is branded. Well, that is to say they have brands, but they're pretty unknown to me in the UK. The gloves are made by somebody called Kutuk, K-U-T-O-O-K. Never heard of them. I don't know anybody else has, but they're fairly comfortable. They were fairly cheap. And the hat is, well, I don't know the brand, but it's got Grip Grab written on it twice. So whether that's the brand or just the model of the hat, I don't know. But it's called Grip Grab. But in that case, I only bought the hat because it's that lovely fluorescent colour. I won't get into the argument as to whether it's yellow or green. Yes, we've been there before. Yeah, the main idea behind the hat was nothing more than visibility, hence the colour. Everything that adds to my visibility when I'm out and about has to be a good thing. What with that, my tyres and the panniers all being that lovely bright colour, I think I'm quite visible now. I'll put links to all my new clothing in the description below this one, so you can take a look on Amazon yourself if you like. Yes, they were all from Amazon, sorry, forgot to mention that bit. It's a shame, but it's so much easier to shop on Amazon at the moment than to go anywhere near the high street. So I've got a couple of 3 miles to do before I get back to the start, and whilst I do that, unless I see anything else wonderful on the way back, I'll leave it at that for now, and I'll leave you with some pictures as I ride along. Thank you. So until next time, guys, stay safe, be good, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers then. Ta-da.